Seriously. I was... okay, we're going to find out how stupid I am.
Okay.
Might not have to wait too long. The 9 Pandas drive, I'm looking at this. Okay, they're trying to counter Medusa. They know that Tundra have played Medusa as an offlane as well, which they are again. So it looks like they've countered it to some degree. But then all the other picks don't deal with illusions at all, other than maybe Sand King to a degree. This feels like a completely free Naga game to me. The Rubik mid is a last-minute curveball by Tundra. I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at.
I'll definitely say, I'll give you my take on the Radiant lineup. I don't want to play against it. That's my take. This looks absolutely awful to play against. There's so much shit on the map. There's Naga illusions, there's Plague Wards, there's Bounty Hunter hiding in the wings, there's Medusa in general as a hero. Playing support against this lineup is miserable. And I think this game is the type of game that will truly put Antares to the test. This guy is an incredibly gifted player on Skywrath Mage. It's his best hero, but I don't think he's gonna have a fun time, and I'm really worried. My prediction going into this series was that regardless of who wins, I was expecting one-sided games. Game 1 delivered in that regard. This one, if you put me on the spot, I would really like to see, or rather, I would expect Tundra to run away with this. But let's see what the 9 Pandas lineup can bring. No detection.
And I want to just give a random stat, because there's always like maybe 1, maybe 2 heroes that can fit the bill for this. I count 5 heroes that could potentially build Phylactery, and they would not be sad about it. Rubik, Medusa we've seen, Bounty Hunter we've seen, Nyx we've seen, Skywrath Mage we've seen. We could see 5 Phylacteries.
There's a lot of Phylactery this game, absolutely.
And is that how you build a Phylactery? I think it is. I think 9 is already ready to go.
Eyeing it up there. Yep.
Wow.
The Phylactery
all right, talk to me about this mid Rubik, because that's kind of the big standout here, despite everything else that's been kind of weird about this draft overall.
Yeah, so what Tundra did when they picked the Rubik was they covered their bases regardless of how the lanes were going to be set by 9 Pandas, since the Batrider could have also technically been a side lane hero at the time. So when they picked this Rubik, both the Rubik, the Venomancer, and the Bounty Hunter could have gone mid. So they just kept the options open. They look at what they think is the best solution, and they set it up. And yeah, mid Rubik.
The double stun coming out from Soxa, nicely timed, and Ramsey's going to take a tumble. Soxa gets first blood, timing it perfectly with that Shadow Walk, and that's just showing the prowess of that new stun interaction with Shadow Walk.
Build up on the Medusa. So we're going to have 2 Phylacteries minimum on the Radiant.
Hell yeah.
Soxa might buy 1 as well. Is this just what they're going to do? What if you just kill the enemy team without touching? Just cast spells and then they die. Yeah, you don't need to attack at all. You just let Phylactery do the work.
I mean, we saw the Pavis's last game from Tundra. They're obviously eyeing up these new items that other teams are a little bit more conservative, I guess, in buying sometimes, and they seem to value them quite highly. Of course, when you have heroes that you can add damage to a spell that doesn't do damage, like Spell Steal and Track, then
yeah, it's very, very good.
Obviously very good.
Rubik also has the added benefit of having 3 spells that use Phylactery plus a potential 4th, right? So even if one of his spells is on cooldown or as a fight is developing, you have a good chance of getting out multiple procs. Because the cooldown of Spell Steal is obviously longer than that of Phylactery until you have Spell Steal level 3. But then you just have Fade Bolt to proc it, you have Telekinesis to proc it, and you potentially have a Stolen Spell to proc it with. Yeah. So yeah, very, very cool item on the hero.
And Ramsey's going to take more damage from Soxa. So from the side of 9 Pandas, can you explain this draft? Because the way that I'm interpreting it, they start out, they obviously know that Medusa is going to be picked, and they've done their research. They know that 33 has played this hero as well, so they
beat the hero. They're 3-0 against 2.
Yeah, they're the one team that has like consistently beat it, but this is an off lane, so you don't want to invest too much into trying to counter it.
Yep.
They open with the Nyx Skywrath. Nyx has, you know, historically, I mean, there's no mana burn, but the new Mind Flayer kind of works in that same fashion against.
And the Vendetta takes half her mana.
And Vendetta is crazy if you can get it off.
Arrow.
Deny. Roger will get it. So yeah, talk to me about their draft and how it developed.
Yeah, so core versus core matchup, Slark is really good against Medusa because she's static, she's slow, and she needs time to kill you, and you just keep racking up stacks. And that is regardless of whether she's a 1 or a 3. So the Slark makes a lot of sense from my perspective. But the biggest problem that I see for it is that there's a lot of logic behind the picks that they have against the Medusa. But now that it's as expected, you can call it demoted if you will. I don't really know if I would think of it that way with Tundra playing in the offlane because he's just been owning it up when he has played it. But the illusion carry is the big question mark for me. Like, how do they deal with this Naga when it gets 3, 4, 5 slots. I just don't think they can kill the illusions.
Okay, so here's my added question onto this. So one of the games, at least one, I think maybe 2 out of the 3 games at least, they picked Void against the Medusa.
Yeah.
Void, this game actually looks better to me than Slark. I know Slark is good against Medusa, but Void has, you know, the Chronosphere with a great setup with, you know, the Epicenter into that or the Mystic Flare. And you have itemization to be able to kill the illusions, which is the Maelstrom, which you're not going to be buying on Slark.
But
why not go for that instead?
It's about the information you have available at the time, right? When they picked the Slark, what heroes did they see? So they had...
Slark was 4th picked.
So they saw...
So I don't know if there was 3 or 4 picks so far.
They saw. I think they saw Veno, Dusa, and Bounty, right?
Perhaps.
At the time?
No. No, they picked Slark into Naga. I'm almost positive.
Okay.
Just assume I'm right.
Because if they picked it into Naga, I would kind of agree that there might have been a better option, but I don't know if Void would have been it, to be honest, because then you're running the risk of just getting crushed by Veno, right? Like, that's a terrible lane matchup for Void.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of a damn it if you do, damn it if you don't thing, and I think that's also part of the reason why Tundra prioritized Veno when they did in the draft was, again, that flex, the value of having that.
Getting gone on again. Concussive shot was there from Antares to give Ramses a little bit of space. And Blood Grenade used by Soxa as well as he's continuing the pressure onto Antares, and this looks to be a kill. One way or the other, it'll be the Mystic Snake from 33. I mean, that's the other thing about Tundra that I really, really like about their drafts is we're going to see Roger end up getting taken up by Snaking. So many Blood Grenades already in this game. As Miro's just going to get chased out. But the fact that their lineups are so flexible, they can just make a last-minute call after the draft and then decide what they actually want to do. Very big benefit in the drafting phase for Tundra, generally speaking.
Oh, no.
Oh, Ramses!
Okay. That was close.
Oh, Ramses! Excuse me?
What?
He has absolutely no emotion to that. What? What was that? Not expecting Sox to do that much damage, I suppose. 9 not able to sidestep the Impale. Another Blood Grenade. I think that was from Roger.
Oh,
heavy damage from the tower. Looks like he might be done for. 9 does get brought down, though, eventually.
Getting a trade there for 9 is great result. Like, that should just be a clean kill for 9 Pandas with no repercussions, but...
Ramses taking out his anger onto 33, who's just going to TP out.
Okay. Wasn't far from. They almost burned through his mana and
here's the
two attacks. So I think he misclicked.
Maybe.
I think he wanted to tango and he just moved. That was, yeah.
Yep,
shit
bit
happened.
of a blunder. Miro.
Okay, so here's the problem. Like, Tundra are crushing the side lanes. Like, Sand King is having a hard time. Okay, this could have been something, but not
Roxanne
quite.
has double damage. Is Ramsey going to die again?
Oh,
getting slowed down. Going to stop the salve. Ramses. He gets chased and killed again by Soxa. I think it's the 3rd kill. What the hell is going on?
They're bodying them. They're just absolutely bodying them top. 3K lead minute 7.
Wow.
Yeah, look at these levels. Bounty Hunter is level 5. The enemy 1
33.
And 3 are level 4.
He's out of mana Cinder and Kiyotaka.
Yeah, Bat's going to show
Makes
up.
his transition over. He does not have lasso right now. Going onto the tower. He's going to get galed, though.
Oh,
Kiyotaka now the one in trouble. And he gets brought down. This is a complete disaster.
They brought over the
for 9 Pandas. They are getting so outplayed right now.
The Mango Man is here.
What?
It's like the Milkman, but he shows up with mangoes. And you get them for free. He didn't even have to pay for them.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and this is becoming a shellacking at this rate. This is not looking great for the Dire side.
Yeah.
Obviously, as the panel talked about, Sand King is a pretty weak laner, and yeah, he can usually lane against Naga, but the Veno matchup's actually super annoying. And keep in mind, you're playing with a 4 that's melee, so Veno has 2 good matchups in that lane.
Soxa
in the meantime, Sox has just been trashing this top lane. That's a really good shot there from Phylactery. He will die.
Yeah. And it's about time.
It cost them a lasso, so now there's a lot more freedom for the other heroes on the Radiant side. But at the very least, again, for the Dire, I think at this point 9 Pandas should just be looking for any trade and try to stem the bleeding. Their lineup does not play particularly well from behind. Slark has a steep recovery curve. Sand King can have his moments when he has the right heroes to play with, but I feel like, I don't know if you know what I mean when I say Sand King and Bat Rider have a bit of overlap. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, okay, so the way the heroes work, right? They both go in close, and they need to be like in the same type of sustained fight. One hero has the Firefly, the other one has the Sandstorm. They kind of get countered by similar items. They both get countered by pipe. They both
oh my god, he just got track.
He's dead.
Soxa is actually just taking over this
He's ruining the entire match.
He's destroying everybody. Yeah, we'll be going for phylactery.
Yeah, so the problem with the Bat Sand King is when they're both having subpar games and get countered by the same items, the type of fights that they're looking for are very easy to strategize against. Because it's kind of telegraphed and it's kind of one-dimensional. So I think Tundra with the right itemization, with just one pipe, are going to seem borderline immortal against this lineup if Slark isn't popping off. And, well, as we've already established, Ramses is probably having his worst game of the tournament so far.
Gonna cancel this. Oh my goodness. Soxa is being so freaking annoying. Oh, I would be so annoyed.
Whenever I watch these Bounty Hunter games on this pro level where Bounty is doing well, I see this, I just want to play the hero. It's like, it's incredible how much impact this hero can have now in these early levels where in the past it used to struggle. Oh my god.
Roger's dead.
Phylactery City.
Yeah, Phylactery. And is Miero going down to a solo Soxa? He has Shuriken. It doesn't bounce though. Well, but he's just going to get the kill on Antarius instead, potentially. Will fall to Skeeter, technically speaking, as he could still go for Miero. No. Shuriken, not enough damage, so Soxa will eventually be brought down, pops the Fairy Fire. But the fact that the mid laner has to deal with this annoying position 4 for this long. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he has done the most damage in the game.
Yeah, we have a new breakthrough in physics. He has made more space than exists on this Bounty Hunter. That's unbelievable. He's literally, it feels like he's 2 heroes right now, actually. He's doing the job of 2 supports, so Snake King can just chill and farm and push out waves if he wants to. All the cores of Tundra are chilling and just getting their stuff. And he's straight back to bottom.
Yep, gets the stun off. Ramses does have his ult. And he can continue to Dark Pact those tracks.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I think what you have to do as 9 Pandas here is you get the Sand King dagger, and then I think you're fighting nonstop, and then it's crash and burn mode. Like you can't just try to be strategic and slow down and try to hit more item timings or whatever, because Tundra will be running the map. Like they're already running the show right here. You have to be able to fight back.
He can barely fight back. I mean, Sox is a higher level than Ramses, for God's sake.
He's completely crushing him here.
Absurd.
But that's why you have to combine your heroes, right? Because Sand King and Batrider and Skywrath and Nyx, all 4 of them get either countered by Pipe, BKB, or both. They have to play the moment that they are online in any way and get stuff done on the map. Because I don't think you outscale the Radiant team either with your lineup. Naga, as we've already established, will become a huge problem for their team. The Medusa offlane, we've seen countless games. Countless games is an exaggeration. We've seen a couple of times from Tundra.
Oh
how much 33 will do.
No way.
No.
What? All right. So kill for Soxa on, just the casual position 1 Slark that's died, I think, 4 times now to the exact same support hero. I don't know what you're supposed to do. And Bounty Hunter is one of those heroes where, as we've seen so many times, track kills will continue to snowball if you let them get kills, and they're just going to rack them up.
Skitter has tipped his teammates more than he has kills and assists. He's literally just sitting there pressing tip.
Farming. Yeah.
He's tipping Soxa, he's tipping Snake King, just chilling. I'm just hitting creeps. Good job, guys. Whenever you need me, just let me know. I mean, you guys are doing great. It honestly, genuinely feels like Naga could be literally any hero this game right now. That is how much they're doing on the rest of the squad. Like, it's gotta feel good. And I'm not saying this to like diminish the impact of the hero, because obviously it did well in the lane and he's doing his part. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. It more just highlights how incredibly well, especially Sox, is just trashing the whole map with this bounty, that they don't even need their carry. He doesn't need to get involved. He can just become a threat down the stretch. He's
going to find Kiyotaka. Track is there. And the lockdown, well, he's attempting to TP out, but, Sox is just going to get his 6th kill of the game, and I think his phylactery is likely on the way.
So that will be their 3rd, right? Then they have one on Rubik, Dusa, and Bounty.
Yeah.
And that means when all 3 of them just cast their spells on a track target, with the amount of health the Dire team have right now, they might just die. 100-0.
And the thing that makes me sad about this game is I was hoping to see, like, past the laning stage, what the idea of 9 Pandas lineup was.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can possibly recover from this. Miero going for the epicenter, using the horsey, but just does a little damage to an illusion and some creeps. So completely nullified here from Tundra. And now Mero might even be found. Oh, it's going to go on top of Skeeter. All right, they have the damage with the Mystic Flare. Nice kill on the position 1 Naga, but Sox is the real one you got to worry about. Mero, he is tracked up, nowhere to hide. And the fact that you're able to get a Bounty Hunter in a game against the likes of Nyx and Sand King, who want to have cover in the shadows, pretty big deal.
Very, very true.
Is he going Radiance? Is this real?
I don't know, Shannon. I don't know what he's going to do. I'll be impressed if he gets the Relic.
Yeah.
Sox is coming to steal his lunch money.
The fact that he's a higher level actually is so comical right now. Jeez Louise. I guess they're technically the same level now. But position 4 versus position 1. And I bet Sox is loving this patch. He's been able to play something completely different every game, basically.
Absolutely.
You can just random him a hero, and he's like, I'll make it work. Slark, sure. Bounty, sure.
He's going to run past Roger here.
Yep. In Vendetta, he finds 33. Okay, that's half his mana pool gone. Gale to try to help out from Snake King. 33 gets off the Stone Gaze, though, along with the Mystic Flare. Or not Mystic Flare, the Mystic Snake. Does not have
very slow bat. Phylactery.
Yeah, find the 1 track kill. And many phylacteries indeed.
Phylactery.
They're going to telekinesis Roger. He gets galed and attempting to deny him. But Soxa gets the kill. This is a ridiculously high-level shellacking, I would say. I'm not going to say Umbrella, though.
Yeah, so keep in mind when I was talking about how annoying this Radiant lineup must be to play against. We didn't even get to the point where it was.
You can't even finish your thought process. All the Ramses will live.
It's already.
Probably. Maybe. All right, they are just tilted. They're just... I
gave him the smiley.
I don't know how you come back from this. A nice epicenter burrow strike combo, though. Soxa's dead. Snake King is next.
All right.
Ramses is beyond tilted, though.
It was a bait.
How many times has he done that? That's the second kill where he goes back in with low HP and just dies to Bounty.
What can you really say to that? Unfortunate, really.
Yeah, that is something you could say to that.
So, okay, so we're going to get the replay here. Phylactery damage. Really nice pounce, actually. But, yeah, you don't have any items. So, that didn't work.
Yeah, you need a couple items for that first. He has Hand of Midas, actually, so
yeah,
that'll help with the attack speed.
He's going to use Radiance in no time. That Midas.
Is he going?
I don't know.
No, he changed the Radiance into a Midas, hoping to try to get to the late game with this this build. But Soxa, we'll see if he lets that happen. Okay. Dark Pact already used. Ramses going to get tracked.
So, the element of Tundra's lineup that we haven't really got to see yet, because they've just absolutely destroyed the laning stage. But what would become hard, we can talk about what their lineup could have done at this point if they needed to, or what would have happened, is you start playing the map with Naga Illusions pushing lanes, you have Veno Plague Wards, the Medusa's almost, Medusa's Medusa, she's exceptionally hard to kill, and Bounty Hunter will give the scouting vision. So the secondary idea of the Tundra strat would be coming into play now if the game was more even, where it would be hard for the Dire to find untelegraphed and surprising teamfights, which is kind of what their whole lineup is built around doing. So that would be another issue you would be running into now. But for now, the primary issue is that you've fallen so far behind. Roger is mega dead here if they have any detection. They
don't.
Show
up with a sentry? Dust?
Dust is getting ready. Snake went too far
out of range now. So Roger dodging a bullet. As Soxa continuing to keep Ramses company, knowing that he is so tilted, he has to use his ult. Oh boy.
Don't do this.
Oh boy.
Ramses, no.
Kiyotaka dies on the other side, but this is more fun to watch. Force Staff, Ramses. Okay, he's gonna live, Cinderin. But Soxa is definitely under his skin.
How much gold has he stolen from him? I wonder.
Good question. I assume this will be a free Roche for Tundra. 18.5 minutes in. All right, Soxa sees 2 now. He gets dusted. All right. 9 Pandas are here for revenge, but a nice Force Staff. Keeping Soxa alive out of the Mystic Flare. And Ramsey's very low HP.
They're killing Roche.
But we'll walk away. And yeah, what? Little do they know, Roche is still going down. Or do they know? Oh, they're taking the... Okay. Taking the gate. I mean, if they can contest this... No, Stone Gaze from 33 to prevent that from happening. Skeeter takes the Aegis. So in the end, they do end up getting the full Roche. 15K lead for Tundra at the 19-minute mark.
I think every game Tundra have played offlane Medusa has been giga stomp. Like, none of them, it's just not been close.
Well, if you look at it from 9 Panda's side, they've won every game against
Exactly, but they haven't played against offlane Medusa, right? And I think
That's
they came into this with a thought of having a solution. And again, I still need to see it in this game. Like, what can you possibly do to solve this problem? If you didn't have the illusion problem, I would think they could maybe handle it through... So annoying. He's going to die for this, surely. But is there going to be a trade?
Burrow's there. Skeeter looking for the kill on Kiyotaka, and they'll find it. So 1 for 1. Position 2 for 4. Favor going to Tundra.
These Naga illusions are going to run Antares down all game now.
Sox is just about as farmed as Kiyotaka, so maybe it's about a wash.
Oh my god, he's... Oh.
He's fine.
Really close.
He's fine.
He has 21s though, so he could have popped the wand if needed. But yeah, just what a weird series so far, right? I mean, first game, economy, just a flat-out economy win for the side of 9 Pandas. This game, a total lane beatdown from Tundra and just into complete map control strategy with Naga, Dusa, and Bounty and Veno. And the thing that makes this so odd is that obviously we're talking a lot about Soxa because he's been playmaking so much, but it seems so effortless, you know what I mean? Like, 9 hasn't really done very much. Skitter hasn't done very much. They've both been in like 5 kills out of 20 on the position 1 and 2. And now 9 might get involved again. Oh my god.
I love that Soxa is the one that gets the kill.
Yeah, Vendetta on Rubik is no joke. He burned all of Slark's mana on the jump there, and they just killed him in one swing.
Holy jeez. I have not seen a game like this in quite a while, I will say.
Oh,
nice steal from 9. And I mean, that's the thing that...
Oh, here he comes!
Yep, Soxa again. Just wants to be the most farmed here on the
Great kill by Soxa.
It's like, hey, if I just get in range for me to track, and, you know, he could actually get the kill with track, technically.
It's like that thing in the company where you do 90% of the work and then your superior gets the credit.
Yes.
That's basically it right there. Great sequence of spellcasting from 9, and then Bounty comes in. I made this.
Well, to be fair,
one attack on track.
He did make this state of the game occur.
I mean, that's fair.
So he does this. This is like the CEO that started the company, the founder.
I will say, I think this is the highest impact we've seen on a single game from a single player this tournament. Like, he just...
Roger's going to try to steal this.
Ran it over.
He's going to try to steal this. Oh, he gets lifted instead. And, oh, he dies.
He died to the Tormentor.
To the Tormentor, as the Shard goes to Snaking. So, okay, Kiyotaka, he's going to pop his BKB, but falls in the end to the Fade Bolt. Despite having the BKB, GG's called. I can't blame it. This game, this was... I have no words for how bad this stomp was. And we talked about it, and again, I'm disappointed because I wanted to see what this draft was about, and we'll never know because the game was just over after 5 minutes. Jeez.